Welcome back to Mimic Decision as we continue our Khavalor mini-series. We're glad to have you here. And without too much ado, or any really, we're going to dive back into this right off the bat. Our party, as of last time, has made their way down into the depths of this dungeon set up for them by Emperor Jersul and his original adventuring party. Challenged by riddles and puzzles and monsters along the way, our party has met the majority of Jersul's party, now standing eternal vigil as stone doors here in this complex. They have just faced off against two creatures that are quite rare on the face of Khavalor, a devil and an angel, and managed to live through the fight, even if they didn't quite finish off both parties. Our, our adventurers took a moment to take a long rest and recover from their voluminous wounds and stress and restored from making it down to this point, and they stand outside of this church down in this complex, ready to continue their adventure. Um, Anybody have anything to add? Any questions before we start up?
No.
All right, then let us get right back to it. Party, you guys have just finished your long rest. You stand before the church, that the site of your last fight, right and ready to continue your journey. The spotlight's back to you.
Oh, well, the rest felt good.
Certainly needed.
The view's kind of nice here. Wouldn't
And it would
suspect we
be,
were underground.
yeah, it would be ideal if, we weren't kind of surrounded by room after room that wants to kill us. But other than
We've
that,
met some interesting doors.
yeah, Valana's got some
That is
nice
life.
art pieces to take back, I guess.
Think
Life
of
is a
the-
series of interesting doors to take to the museum and wander the halls.
Think of the books you'll be able to write, Kafel.
Have we been closing these doors behind us, by the way? I would hate to think that, like, whatever
You
group that
have
was coming in
not.
after us
The doors have
is
remained
just going to
open
walk
as
through.
you pass through each one.
Yeah, so like any other group who comes on our heels, like the second team, the B team, is probably just going to walk through this and have a really easy time of it, and I'm not okay with that.
Maybe the doors self-reset?
You can hope. Well, I can hope.
Imagine we have to solve the puzzle to going out.
Oh, that would be worse. You're right. Well, I don't know. I feel better. Shall we get on with it?
Yeah, I guess.
After you, Harl.
So, what is inside of this church? Like, is it important? Do we need to, like, explore around here?
Negative. So, as you open the church door, I think I described it as last time, but you see the continuation of the same kind of wide tunnel that you'd been traveling down as you came out to the clearing that led to this church. Like, you're relatively certain if you drew a straight line back from this tunnel to the previous one that they would line up, and this one leads down to, you can see a single door at the end of it, a face inscribed on it. You don't have far to go for your next challenge.
All right, I start walking down to it, and I knock on it. Hello, door. Anyone there?
Doesn't appear as though anyone is at the door.
Oh, I apologize. The door itself has the face of an old elvish man, pointed ears, bald head, kind of slightly slanted eyes that glow kind of a red even from within the door. And he looks somewhat put off by you knocking on him. Yes, yes, I'm right here. There's no need for all of that. Gosh, do not teach manners where you're from.
No, they don't. We solved your angel and devil problem outside and would like you to open for us now that we have solved your riddle.
Angel and devil problem? What are you talking about?
Yes, very nice. The riddle, the test of wits and strength and cunning and
Careful.
guile.
That was the test for the people before us. From the door before us.
We
No,
have...
they had a dinosaur.
What? Dinosaurs?
Yeah, the
We did
dinosaur,
have a
there was
dinosaur. I remember that
the
one.
room with the knives.
Angels and demons in Khavalor? No.
Yeah.
Devil, I think?
There's one in the river just out there.
What river?
I would say if you'd like to go see, but I don't
What
know.
are you talking about? There's no
Is the
river.
door in a straight line with the door of the church?
No.
Ah.
It's
Does
down
anybody
at an
have-
angle. You can kind of look up, but
Does anybody have a mirror?
Well, no, but the angel disappeared. from
I
the river
jump.
anyway.
I'm going to
I
use
jump up and down.
going to try to use Velane to reflect some light from outside into the door so he can see.
and as you look back,
Hold up your Villanes to the light.
well, if you understand that reference, let us know in the comments, please. I'd love to hear from you. As you look back, you realize there is no church behind you. The tunnel has been consistent, a straight line down from the last door.
I don't like this.
B teams can
Are
have a
you
really
the
easy
Cyril?
go of it now.
Yes, my dear, I am Cyril. Cyril Widow Touched. It's... Well, I don't know if it's a pleasure to meet you, but hello. What are you all doing here?
Opening doors, walking through them.
Sure, Soul bade us to come here and execute a ritual.
Did he now? Oh my. Has it
Do you know-
really been that long? One
You're-
eternity feels much like two. Or
You're
three.
the first one that seems like to have expected such a long time. Every one of the people before us expected
Listen, have you ever tried to lead a group of adventurers? You can tell them 17 times it's going to be 2 months, and that it's going to cost 3,000 gold to cross the river with the appropriate equipment, and that there will be vampires on the other side, and 7% of them are still going to show up without any stakes or money.
Right. Did you tell him it would be couple millennia?
I'm sure we did. I'm positive. I think.
I see. Do you know what this ritual is meant to do?
Yes, don't you?
I mean, yes, of course. No, we don't.
The door smiles at you very knowingly. No,
Yeah,
I imagine Jorsul isn't keen to share his secrets these days. He wasn't that big on it in the first place, and thousands of years living without his friends, well, I expect it changes, man.
So what can you tell us about Jorsul that the rest of the Empire doesn't already know? Any juicy bits of fun gossip? Nice stories from when he was younger?
I used to date his sister. He didn't like that.
Okay.
Who didn't?
Fuck you.
Uh,
No. Jorsul, when he was younger. How young are we talking?
Oh, I don't know. Any strange pivotal childhood moments that would have shaped his development as a
Well,
person?
I am quite old, but I'm not that old. I don't know about his childhood, but I can tell you about his adulthood,
Mm-hmm.
or more specifically, about how our world was destroyed and how we journeyed for
Oh,
several decades looking for a place to settle
you
down.
were not. You were not the brother of Jorsul?
No. No. God heavens, no.
I will turn away and go hang out by Harl's leg. Completely disinterested in the store now.
Their cool
So-
is beyond. Assuming he's still there. It would be odd if he weren't.
So you're
Why
not
would
from
he-
around here, I take it?
I am not. We are not.
Hmm.
Are you?
Uh,
I always
It's a
wondered
relative.
who Jersul would send. If it would be a local or not.
I can't say I'm from this area, no. Not this specific area.
I see.
we're from the Empire.
The Empire. Is that? Of course, that's what he calls it.
He calls it the Jorsul Empire.
Of course he does. I don't blame him. I don't know what I would have called it if I'd have been the Emperor.
Not after yourself?
Certainly not.
Sarylvania.
Maybe a forest, dear. Maybe a forest. No, I don't know. The Lady Widow would have had to have helped me with that.
Mm-hmm.
If she still walks the realms. Nonetheless,
Well, you seem to know more about what we're doing here than we do.
it
I'm
feels like that
always-
would be difficult to be false.
Sure, of course. Would you be willing to give us a bit of information on what we're doing?
Why?
Well, surely, if we have a target in mind, a goal, per se, we would be able to better act in such a way that would drive us toward that goal and not perhaps go the wrong direction that might hurt our chances of achieving that goal.
It would be difficult to go in the wrong direction. You simply pass through me and you're at the ritual site.
Well, in that case, I semi-humbly ask that you open yourself and allow us to pass through.
And I entirely not humbly say, why should I?
Oh, because of the scroll, there's a scale.
Yes,
There's a
yes,
stone
your
thing.
soul has his wishes. I understand. That doesn't mean I have mine.
Uh-huh.
What do you want?
I want to know why I should open for you.
Because if you do, Villani can take you back to the museum with her. We've got a few other of your old companions that
Good Lord, I've only been away from them for 2 eternities. I don't want more time with them already.
hmm,
Yes, Vince.
could put you in your own wing, maybe.
You seem like someone who enjoys their privacy and alone time.
I'm someone who enjoys, yes, my own company.
Well, the sooner you let us through, the sooner you're back to being on your own. Peaceful with your thoughts.
That is true and tempting. However, I do, at the end of the day, still have a job to do. Drasul can go to all the hells he wants if he wants to tell me how to do it. But I have a job. And here I see 4 cretins who don't even know what they're doing, trying to get past me to do it. I'm not
It
convinced.
was 5, but 1 disappeared.
Oh my. 4 not wholly prepared cretins.
No, because no information. You know that thing you just said a little bit ago about, hey, you can tell a party of adventurers, it's going to go over a bridge, it's going to cost gold, and it's going to fight vampires, and they won't have a stake. Well, we got none of that information. 0. We're told, go there, do a quick ritual, come back in 3 days, or the empire falls.
Good. I'm glad you're angry about it. I respect that more. Fine. What do you know about your world? About Khavalor? I don't know why I'm asking. I don't want to know your history or anything that you think is important. I want to know if you know what makes this place special. Rare.
Catal.
The people?
One of those answers isn't half wrong. And the other is. Khavalor is a unique world. Well, we're told by people who claim to know these things that it's a rare world, but we can't for the life of us find another one just like it. How to put it? Khavalor is cut off. Oh, I'm sorry. How many planes have you been to? Surely at least 3.
Our current plane, and I mean, do home, dimension homes and things like that count as other planes?
Yes, and
Yes,
you haven't been to
technically
any
they
of them.
What was that?
Yes, and you have not been to any.
My home is in that sanctuary home is in different plane technically.
Yeah, he's
Or
got
is
like
it
the
not?
pocket dimension home.
Yeah.
Have I been to another plane?
Do you remember being to another plane?
No.
I've been in several planes. Grass planes, tundra planes, mountain planes.
Oh, dwarves! I miss torturing you. Yes. Good. Good. Planes of existence. There are. They exist. There's many of them. Infinite, really, as far as I'm told. Or seemingly enough. But the important thing is, again, Khavalor is different. Most planes are connected to the astral sea in one way or another. Khavalor largely isn't. As far as the astral sea is concerned, it's like it's encased in glass. It makes it for a curiosity at the very least. But most importantly, it means that Khavalor shouldn't have access to magic.
Well, surprise. We do.
Oh, you do. You certainly do. I have no doubt. All of you have grown up with an abundance of magic around you. Because we let you.
You let us.
We found Khavalor and were drawn to its unique properties. Not because it had no magic, not because it was a curiosity, although that seems important to many. We saw Khavalor as a fortress. A place that's defensible across the plains. A place that has very few ways in and out. In fact, as far as I know, and as far as Drasul knew when we set this up, it just has the one behind me. the font,
Hmm.
the wellspring,
Mhm.
the source of all extraplanar creatures on your world, and consequently, the source of magic. You're here to close it.
Like, turn it down a notch?
Cap the well.
Like stop magic for all of Khavalor? Like cut it off from the astral sea?
You are to repair the dome that we sundered when we came here.
Is there
Right.
a reason you didn't do that when you came in the first time?
Chuzul thought the magic would be helpful. I assumed it was. The fact that it's been several forevers since then tells me that it wasn't an issue at first. But we always knew the potential existed to reseal it. The ritual would be difficult, but not impossible. But the longer the door remained open, the easier the ritual became. At this point, you'd simply have to read the scroll, and the world will go back to the way it wants to be.
Right.
Hello, just like me. Alone.
So if we cap this magical source, this well you're talking about,
Yes.
what happens to you?
I'll
Like,
be
is it
fine.
no new magic, or all
Correct.
magic that currently
Existing
exists?
magical. Excuse me. I don't even know how I do that. I don't have a stomach anymore. Existing magical structures will continue for the most part, outside of ones that need a constant source of magic to refuel. Myself and the other doors should be fine. Your magical equipment, if you're carrying it, largely should be okay. However, you will be very close to the well when it closes, so truth be told, we're working in something that is not my forte.
Mhm.
I don't think it's anyone's. I can't imagine that there's a scholar out there who studies closing off worlds from the weave. But that is what you're being asked to do.
Do you know where this dome comes from?
That is a question. My understanding is that every plane has one at one point. When they're new, when they're young. But they grow out of it. They find their own source of the weave. And once that power inside matches the powers outside, the dome just dissipates over time, allowing the world to access the cosmos as a whole. Some theorized it was a test by the gods to make sure that places were ready before they were opened up to all sorts of minor travelers and the like. I have no idea if that's true.
Mm-hmm. But we'll still be able to do magic after this is done, right?
No, you will not. Magic will be gone. All the ways that you know how to access it, again, outside of some specific well-made enchanted materials, will be gone. You will have to pursue a different way.
Mm-hmm.
If you survive.
And what is the benefit of us capping this again? This seems like maybe a bad decision more than a good one, guys.
Well, the reason we built this place in the first place was because we envisioned a time when threats from beyond Khavalor may rear their heads, and therefore closing the wall would make sense. I don't know if that's the case right now, although if you truly encountered an angel and a devil just outside of this room, his eyes follow the straight path of the tunnel back past you, then perhaps there is more incursions than we thought. Nonetheless, I am not privy to Jursul's thoughts right now, as I am a door, and he is a living, breathing dragon. Person. Living, breathing person.
Mm-hmm. So we cap off magic,
Yes,
close it off to the world,
indeed.
and then what? We go back to lighting fires with rubbing sticks together and manual labor.
My friend, and he
So
was my
offensive.
friend for lack of better terminology, Jurasol believed that magic was as much a crutch on those who used it as it was a boon.
I mean, is that why they were trying all those gunners back in the capital? Those riflemen? You remember?
Rifleman, I don't know what that is, but possibly, if Jurasol has been experimenting with technology, then he has been preparing for this for some time. It isn't really his forte, but I do know he believes, truly believes, I think, that magic causes the stagnation of a people, and that our world would have been better prepared for what came if we hadn't had it. If we'd had to find solutions in other ways. I'm not sure I agree, but I see where he's coming from at the very least.
I feel like we need a second opinion. Seems like we're making a decision for an entire world of magic users.
I believe your emperor is doing that, actually.
Yeah, he's not really a
Yeah,
part of this anymore.
We're the hand.
That is correct.
Well,
You are the hand.
the
There
Emperor bade
is
us to do this.
a second opinion.
Yes, but if I told you to go jump in the water, are you going to do that, Giles?
Oh, a
I mean,
bath
Because someone
would
tells
be
you to do something doesn't mean you have
lovely.
to do it.
I wonder if I could feel it if we submerged the door into water.
I serve not only the Emperor, but the Empire itself. And I feel like this is outreaches our Empire's consequences.
well, I mean, let's be honest. The Empire is not doing too great in the war. Harl,
And that's a reason to remove magic from our existence.
you said you serve the Empire. I'm not arguing against or for. I'm just your words. You serve the Empire. You want the Empire to win. The Emperor has made the math, has done the math, and figured out that being prepared for no magic is will let them win. I mean, you saw what we were attacked by just coming in here.
It's worth noting that angels and demons are of the less concerning beings that may find their way here eventually. I'm not trying to frighten you, just to put things in perspective. You survived the fight, clearly. There are members of the Drosulan Empire who are quite worthy, at least as far as battle readiness goes.
I do prefer research to fighting, if I'm going to be honest.
Yes, I agree, but the Widow doesn't always let us choose that.
Who is this widow that you're
Ah,
speaking of?
the Lady Widow is a deity from my realm. My people prostrate themselves before her. Not for without a reason. She is quite powerful, if somewhat demanding. Where I come from, I'm less of a mage and more of a cleric, really. Although the two are similar in many ways.
Mhm.
What is this plane that you come from?
A place that does not exist anymore. and whose name was taken from me. I can remember the caverns I grew up in, the temples of the lady, but not the name of a single person I knew there.
Did
Jersul saved me from that.
I see?
So if he says that closing the well makes sense, I do tell you that I believe him. That doesn't mean I'm going to open the door for you, but it does mean I believe him.
What happens if we partially cap the well? You know what? Maybe it's releasing a torrent right now. What if we turn it down to a trickle?
Do you have 300 years or so? I think that's how long it would take to alter this ritual to do something similar to that.
I'm a pretty quick study.
Yes, I have no doubt. But the world is what it is. The well can be capped. Well cannot be capped. You do not currently have the ability to make another choice.
What if I do? I could be around 300 years.
Aren't you a curious one? What are you?
I am a Villane.
Pleasure to meet you, I think, Villane. You have an interesting glow about you.
Villane, why don't you go introduce him to Katal?
Who and what is this Katal?
You'll see.
Katal is the knowing.
I've heard that before, right before people's eyes burnt out of their heads. Perhaps you could tell me before you show me.
I could tell you, yes. I could tell you Katal whispered down the shafts of the mine where Harl found me, that it echoed in my mind, that sometimes there's a fracture, but Katal means for the best. And Katal will wrap the world in a warm shadow of comfort, and all will know, and I will use that to cast Voice of Dread on the door.
Well, that's horrifying sounding, but interesting. What does the voice of dread do exactly?
You mark a stress. They get tormented by the words. Oh, I guess I have to do a spellcaster. I'll do that.
Okay.
I just assume I can beat a door. That is 15 with hope.
15 with hope. You see the door's eyes go wide for a second, and that red glow, it comes deep within it, is replaced by the glow of Katal for a moment. That sickly green radiance kind of shoots out over the room. And Valane, you find yourself glowing somewhat brightly, the light of Katal shining out of you. Not your armor, but you. And you find that, unlike before, this does not stop when you finished your spell casting. But Sarah looks at you for a long moment in silence. That is That is fascinating and concerning all at once. My dear, you have forged a bond with a creature from beyond this world. I didn't think that would be possible so soon.
You do not think there is another possibility for the well, either. You could be wrong again.
I could, but I assume that if I am, Jorsul has seen to it. He's had quite a bit of time to get his head around this world. If there's another well that needs to be shut, it would not surprise me to learn that there is another group of you now doing the same thing, or at least attempting to. Although at least they do not have my sage advice.
Your sage advice of no, I will not open for you.
I didn't say that. I asked why I should open for you. I think I've been nothing but a font of information for you since you showed up, so how about you show some goddamn respect?
This has been a tough day, and I apologize.
Much better.
Now, back to where we were.
Yes.
Why should we be let through this door?
Why should you be let through this door?
Mm-hmm. You have spoken several times about Jorsul's ability to plan.
He was perhaps the only creature I knew who was smarter than me from our home. Certainly not his brother. That moron.
He's had time to plan this out, and he requested each of us specifically. Now, we may not have an answer for you as to why you should open and let us through, but surely you would trust Jorsul's ability to plan and think through possibilities in requesting us specifically, that he knows why we should be on the other side of you.
I need a presence roll.
I am going to add a... Ooh, which one do I add? I'd like to add an experience, and I have two that'll fit.
Okay. Walk me through.
I think I'll add the you can trust me experience.
Okay, and what does that mean? Where does that come from?
You can trust me?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Keffel wasn't always the dean of a vice dean of a university. He has, we'll say, in the past gained the confidence of several people. I would say many even, and he was able to get each of those people to trust him. Maybe he's got a way of, at least on the surface of reading someone and kind of figuring out what it is they need to hear from him.
Absolutely.
In order to gain that confidence.
Pay your hope, and you may add your bonus of that. What is it, by the way? The bonus?
It's just +2.
Okay. Pay your hope, and you may add the +2 to your roll.
Okay. That is in 12 with hope.
12 with hope.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Let's take this moment to experiment a little bit. Audience, chat, I'm talking to you. In Daggerheart, we haven't properly gone into this, but when a player rolls their action roll with the duality dice, they can either succeed or fail with hope or fear. So 4 different real outcomes, crits as well, but we won't get into that right now. So what just happened is a 12 with hope, which is a failure. The DC was 15. But the hope means that the players still benefits a little bit. They don't get what they want necessarily. So this is not enough to open the door. I'll tell you that as the DM. The GM. But I would like some input here. we're gonna take a moment to see what do you think the positive benefit of the hope should be for this role. I have ideas, but let's see what chat has to say. By the way, for these GM decisions, we will not go to the usual tiebreaker. If we don't get something interesting, I'll make the call at that point. But I think that's reasonable. Okay. We have an effort to meet him halfway as a suggestion. That's certainly, obviously, an option that we can go with here, and something in Cyril's mind already.
Where is his mind?
It's an interesting question.
It's got to be in the knob.
The door doesn't have a knob.
How can a door doesn't have a knob?
Because they've all opened by themselves?
Yeah, so the door itself is just an arch with a face on it. They've all opened out of the center outward towards you of their own volition.
So it's more like a crash bar situation?
I don't know what that means.
Like a push bar you
So
see
is
on
he
the doors?
all-
Oh,
The little metal
Is
bar
he
that
all
you push
brain?
and it goes click.
he might be.
Like all mushy, like a mushroom person would be like all wiggle wiggle, but he's a door, so he's all door material. And he screams for he does not know.
You know, usually I can follow you, but I'm being lost slightly here. No. The answer is he doesn't really know because there's not really an answer. This is, at the end of the day, magic.
Okay.
Okay. Without overwhelming this question, I think the answer is Cyril attempts to meet Kefil halfway here. Listen, I've been here for some time thinking about how this would go, assuming it would happen eventually. Yes, Drusul chose you. That is 100% correct, and I give that some weight. I can't deny. But Drusul also chose me to bar you, to challenge you. Truth be told, he asked me to ask you a riddle, and I told him to go fuck himself, because I'm not going to do that.
Good for you.
Why must we be challenged?
Because Drusul believes that everything should have a cost, because adventurers who aren't challenged tend to make mistakes, because this is the momentous choice, and I think on some level, Drusul hopes it will fail. I don't think that's what he wants, but I think he wanted the possibility to exist. I don't know. I don't get into the thoughts of the immortal. Although I suppose
That is what I believe.
Is it now?
Yes. He does
What?
not want this to succeed. Or he would not make it so difficult.
Perhaps. Nonetheless, you were all showing thoughtfulness. That has always been something Drusul valued. Myself as well. Intelligence is a gift. Intelligence without thoughtfulness is a curse. The more power you have, the more thought you must put into what you do. Because I assure you, no matter how much you trust your gut, it will lie to you at times. Now, I trust Drusul to spend the last several eternities thinking about exactly what's happening right now, at least in the quiet moments. And I trust that he chose you because you are capable, qualified, and he thought you could convince me. And I will admit, I am more swayed than I expected to be. Your doubt does you well. I ask one more time. Why should I let you through?
I don't know if you should. We're not sure, after what you've
Yeah.
told us, that the ritual is the correct thing to do, even. Makes the decision somewhat hard, doesn't it? Makes it
Yes.
hard to come up with a strong argument in favor of something you're still conflicted about.
Yes, I assumed your soul didn't send me a lawyer. You want to have conviction in what you're arguing. But you don't.
Yes.
Actually, I generally try to dodge conviction.
Ha! You remind me of my brother. He died young.
Careful
Well, let's
has.
hope I don't make the same mistake.
You've mostly succeeded in avoiding conviction.
I have yet to see the inside of a jail cell, so I have done my job up to now.
Depending on who you ask, that might have
Well-
changed since you've gotten here.
Yeah, I've been getting that that same concerning thought.
Would it help if I told you that that really isn't what you should be worried about?
Maybe.
I made my choice thousands of years ago. You still have choices.
Hmm.
And all of you seem cognizant of that. Do you know I'm not the last test for you?
Oh, great. There's another door?
No. No, just for cool.
Hmm.
And he
Or
is
cool.
hungry, and we will feed him.
He is
I know what
hungry,
riddle he
I'm
has.
sure.
What do you mean we'll feed him, Villane? Do you know this Verkul?
We were told before that he would be hungry. It is okay. I have a snack.
Can you tell us about Verkul?
Tirsul's brother. Not as smart. Arguably braver. He was our, what do you call it? Knight. Guardian.
He was innocent.
Yes, he took hits very well.
Take a look at Harl. Like a quick glance.
Yes, he was our dwarf. That's exactly it.
I'm...
Conflicted. Concerned. Constipated.
Yes. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I have to admit, we've not eaten that much since we came here. Just enough for energy, so I don't know about that. But
That's good. I would keep your stomach empty. The well can be
Certainly.
disconcerting.
certainly conflicted. Let's go with that.
Good. Good.
Realistically, this is not a decision we have to make now. We can make it before we do the ritual, once we pass the tests anyway.
And that is the answer. And the door cracks open slightly. The face kind of keeps cohesion for a moment as it looks at you. I'm going to open for you now. I think you've all given this enough thought that you're ready for the, well, for the whatever is left. Do me a favor, and once you're through, pull me closed, will you? If we get left open for more than a year or so, it starts to be unbearably painful.
Sure, you'll open for us on the way out, right? We don't have to do all this again on the way out.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
If you survive, you can close me again then.
Okay.
There is a dark storm of silent rage over Harl, and he walks through the fucking door.
Are you all right, Harl?
Let's go.
Wait for me.
I'll pick up Villani on the way.
As soon as Keffel's through, I slam the ever-loving dog crap out of this door.
Oh, that seemed unnecessary. You stand in a hallway that leads down to a set of massive stairs that you can tell leads out into an open chamber that, even as you first start adjusting to the room beyond the Serral door, two things jump out at you. One, the cold. You start to shiver almost immediately. You don't know how the door stopped it, but the kind of icy chill of this lower level is barely bearable. You can see your breath coming out. Your entire body starts to shake a little bit, and you have to be a little more careful as you make your way down these slightly sloping hallway down toward the massive set of stairs. The stairs go down for about 100 feet, and as they do, you find yourself in a soaring chamber. You don't really understand how there's room for this down here, but the ceiling is beyond your sight, lost in shadows. The width of the chamber is about 60 feet across, giving it an odd kind of narrow feel, honestly, for as high as it goes. The second thing that jumps out at you as you come down is the smell. Not of musty air, not of death or rot or decay or any of the other things that you've experienced on your way down here. Not even of fresh air like the church, but the smell of cinnamon. Spices. Something almost cheerful about it, in contrast to the frigid cold of this area. As you make your way down to the bottom of the stairs and look out, a mist swirls around the room, covering the far end. But you feel a voice reach out to you, speak to you, low, reverberating, causing the stone of the walls and floor beneath your feet and the ice that you stand on to vibrate. Welcome to your final test, children of Jorsul. And as the words are spoken, the mist swirls and dissipates, and you see, standing opposite you on four legs, tail coiled up behind it, wings tucked against the body, is a beast that you have certainly never seen before, but that those of us at the table can certainly recognize. A golden dragon stands before you, its eyes gleaming silver, staring at you as the mists clear. You can see standing around its feet are some warriors clad in armor. They seem to be made of bone, skeletons of some sort, but they are unmoving, almost covered in a layer of ice. The dragon looks at you, and a rumble grows in its chest.
Just a point of clarification, we're not actually related to Jorsul directly.
Verkul, I imagine?
Yes. Yes.
The air's a bit musty in here.
You all right?
It's been some Give me a moment.
All right.
And as you watch, Verkul glows this kind of pale green color for a second and starts to shrink in on himself. You see him where he once took up maybe 30 feet lengthwise, kind of comes in until he is just a man standing before you. He wears gleaming golden plate armor, much like the armor you've seen Emperor Jersul wear. He has white hair, not seeming from age by the look of his skin, but it is pure white. A big bushy beard and mustache, his hair pulled back into a short ponytail, and a mattering of scars over his face. He clears his throat and rests his hand on a sword that's on his waist, not drawing it, just kind of putting his hand there as if he's comfortable. Well, that's better. Sorry about that. I've always preferred this. Well, everything about this. Oh, everything feels so stuffy when you're in that big dragon skin. Welcome, welcome. My name is Verkul, and I am so pleased to see you. Truth be told, I'd have been pleased to see anyone who isn't harmed these boneheads, but nonetheless, welcome. Well,
I'm sorry. Are you dragon? So is this what us Dracona come from?
yes, indeed. Oh, a golden dracona. I don't think I've
Yes.
seen one of you in quite some time. Where did you? What has your soul been doing?
I don't know. The history of our race seems.
You are almost certainly related to either me or my brother, if not both of us. I think that's how that works. Fascinating.
I hope I get to write this. This has been a point of mystery for a while. I need to write this down.
Never been much of a run for writing myself, but to each their own. Old Cyril was a bit like you. Always had his nose in a book or his ink on his fingers. Something. I don't know. I was busy.
So
By the way,
aside-
I am starving. Did Jorsey send you with anything to eat?
I have some rations.
Yes. Harl, the snack.
Oh. I reach into my bag and pull out the big, giant, gooey T-Rex eyeball.
We
This
present you a meal.
Verkul just kind of looks at it for a second and turns his head and... What is that? Good lord. Good lords. Above and below.
A delicacy.
Very rare.
Well, I
Excellent.
am hungry, and he reaches out and just palms the eye and just bites it like an apple. That is truly terrible. This is what my brother sent me.
I don't
Yep.
actually. I'm gonna reach into my kind of pouch back behind me and pull out the large gem that Jorsul sent with us.
Ah, a snack. Fantastic. And he just kind of walks over and plucks it from your hand.
Tossed. Yeah.
And he tosses it into his mouth, and you just watch him as he chews it. His mouth isn't quite closed. You can see the gem just kind of shattering in his teeth. And he swallows it. Oh, it's been too long. I always did like the blue ones.
I was gonna sell that later.
Apologies. If it makes you feel any better, you probably wouldn't have had the chance.
Well, that's awful strange of you to say. We've made it all the way here.
Absolutely. And now I take it you want to close the well.
Maybe not, actually.
Oh,
It's on the table. I
Is
think
it now?
my traveling companions and I are open to accepting other offers.
It turns out when you send people on a mission that fundamentally changes the world and you don't mention why, don't explain anything,
Yes, he always did like his secrets. Well, apologies for that. He swears they're necessary. I always told him, but they don't know what they're doing. And how can they do what they're doing properly if you don't tell them? And he said, well, Verky, if they knew what they were doing, they might not do it. And I said, well, yes. And he said, well, yes. And that was the end of it.
And now that we know what we're doing, but we
You
weren't.
are conflicted between your loyalty to my brother and, well, presumably your way of life.
Yes. Well, and the fact that the Empire has been having a lot of magical incursions from the neighbors also. There's also behind quite
Of course. Josie starts a fight he can't win and comes to me to help. Although not usually how we used to do this.
Well, he could probably use your help now if you wanted to go find him.
Sadly, we can't
We could give you
really
directions.
maintain the whole dragon thing very far from the well for any length of time. I'd be useful, but not particularly more useful than any of you. If I were enough, you would have been enough.
And if you could
Thing to
transform
say
into a
of a
dragon,
librarian and a teacher. I mean, well, and administrator, not a teacher.
Oh, I think you're giving yourself entirely too little credit. You made it to me, after all. You made it past all of those others.
Mm-hmm. Oh, please give us your riddle so that we can just
I don't
put
have a
this
riddle.
behind us and figure out what we're going to do about the well.
I don't have a riddle. Truth be told, I don't have the memory for it. Jorsey knew. He didn't even try. He told me to test them in my way. To test
Okay.
you in my way.
So we're going to have a counting contest. Just
So I'm
be warned,
going to
I can
kick
go
your
past
teeth in.
10. Oh, Harl, I think this might be your challenge, not mine.
Well, I did bring friends, and as he says that, the skeletons behind him do start to move and draw their weapons and bows. You see that a couple of them are equipped like knights and a couple like archers. Well, I was originally going to fight you in the dragon form, but like I said, I just prefer this one so much more. And these fellows volunteered to help.
When are they from?
Oddly enough, they showed up some years after we set this place up. I didn't expect anything. I thought Jorsey had sent them. They didn't really say, though, so I'm just accepting the help.
did they just attack you once they got here?
For a bit. It didn't do them much. They couldn't really hurt me. I've trained them since. They're better.
Well,
So how about it? Last time pays for all, eh?
have you met Harl?
Harl. Your short friend there. Hello there,
Hey.
Harl. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the eyeball.
Likewise.
And he chews it some more.
You're welcome.
It's growing on me.
Shouldn't do that, but okay.
What do you think, Harl? Are you ready for some fisticuffs?
Sure.
Good old tavern brawl.
Sounds good.
Harl, I sent you over here to defuse the situation, not make it worse.
This
Did
is
you
how
see
I
he was-
diffuse situations.
That was an error. in
Harl
judgment
loves
on
to
my
brawl.
part.
I have a sense that you and I have a lot in common, Harl.
I'm a simple man.
I appreciate that. The rest of you, are you ready? Put him up.
Is he actually wanting to like fist fight?
No, he's just being very active. He very clearly
I
has
put
like
my
he
little
has, he
fists
has
up.
a broadsword across his back. He's got a sword and a hammer at his waist. Like he's equipped to actually fight. And he looks at the Valana as she raises her fists. And that is exactly the spirit, little one. What in God's name are you? I thought you were a toy.
I am a relic.
Oh, well, same thing, really. A relic of what?
And I just siphon him.
Oh, would you please stop that? We haven't started yet.
I do not stop that.
He kicks you.
Harl immediately draws hammer.
I'll not have done
tried-
that.
I siphon his ankle.
Harl, Harl, you draw your hammer, but as you do, the lie flies back towards you into your chest. Well, if that's how you want to do it. And with that, he pulls the broadsword off his back, draws it, looks back to his group. All for it then! Lifts up the sword and charges directly at Harl. And right there, I think, is where we'll take our break.
15 minutes?
Sounds good.
Worth it.
It's a long break. What do you got to do?
10
Yeah,
minutes?
jeez.
Dark
Man.
deeds for your soul.
Yeah.
10, 15? What?
Good to so
15, please.
we'll just call it 15 after the
That's chat.
break. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's ask chat how long the break should be.
And welcome back to Mimic Decision as we get back into our Khavalor Origins finale. We just paused at the beginning to what might be the last battle of this series as our party stands before the now ready to fight Verkul and his undead friendos / minions. I'm good to get right back into this if the rest of you are. So if anybody has any questions, now's the time. If not, spotlight to the party.
Question: does Vellana get to do damage since she started combat?
Yes, I'll allow the initial siphon damage, or the attempt at least. There's a spell attack roll there. One, is that accurate? Or an attack roll or something?
There is something. Yes, there is an attack roll.
Okay, why don't we do that?
That is a 23 with fear.
Okay, take my fear.
So starting out strong.
Hell yeah. All right, I got my fear. I'm loaded up for bear over here. That feels good. But 23 certainly hits, so go ahead and roll the damage for the initial hit.
That's 33 magic damage.
33 magic damage.
Now I get to roll a d6.
Okay. That is major damage on our Verkul friend there.
Major damage.
Major damage.
All right. I'm going to take my moment then to immediately spotlight Verkul. So, Verkul, a dragon in not dragon form, decides to start off the fight as if he were still very much in dragon form. You see him kind of crouch and step back, 1 foot back, 1 foot forward as he looks at you. He pulls his sword low and out of the way, down, pointed toward the ground, and he opens his mouth and he starts by just roaring at you, a battle roar, as you can see his knuckles growing white as they grip the blade or the hilt of his blade. But a moment later, you see a glow come from inside of his mouth, and a torrent of flame tears out, not aimed directly at you, but at the room around you. He breathes flame and molten lava in every direction until the heat of it overwhelms the room you stand in. The ice cracks and crumbles beneath your feet, your footing becoming unstable, and a moment later, starts to melt and steam wells up into the air, turning the entire room into an entire steaming oven, for lack of a better term. That is going to be a roll. 1 second.
Ooh, fish.
And you find yourself
You could just eat
standing
those.
as the steam rolls up around you. You all take
It sounded like a lot of dice, by the way.
That sounded heavy. Yeah.
15 points of damage. There's just D6s, rocks, guys. I rolled like crap.
Thank you.
There were 3 ones in there. As the steam rolls over you and starts to kind of gently cook you in your armor, you find yourself standing in water up to about just below your knee. Harl and Valani, obviously, a decent bit more. Spotlight back to you.
I'm going to do something immediate. Is this close range or no, right?
Right now, no, you are quite far away.
Okay. Never
Your
mind then.
cool kind of repositioned as the fight started.
Is the size accurate, like about 100 feet?
Yeah, that looks right.
Kefal make with a zappy zap.
I mean, I have to get quite close to do that.
But it's quite close.
Well, just close, really.
As you speak, the archers taking up either of Verkul's flanks raise their bows to the air, knock arrows and loose in your direction. Use it. That is a 16 to hit and a 20 to hit. Well, no, it's a 26 to hit. It's a crit. One is a 16 to hit and one is a crit. One is directed at Kefal, one at Harl.
Well, I mean, either of them hit me.
Yeah. So the first one will be Kefal, the second one will be Harl. Not a ton of damage here, but sorry. Kefal, you're taking 6 points of piercing damage. Harl, $15. Or not piercing damage, I'm sorry, physical damage. Physical damage. But it is piercing you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going
If
to
you
fireball.
will allow
Go
it,
ahead.
if you will allow it, you've given us a map with many fish. These fish are in close range to me. And looks like the fish go pretty much all the way up towards where the bad guys are. So were I to do chain lightning on the fish,
Read me
would
the
you allow
spell.
it to also hit them?
Read me the spell.
Spellcaster unleashing lightning. Targets within close range. Targets I succeed against must make a roll. Yada yada yada. The targets who fail to save will take 2d4 magic damage. Additional adversaries not already targeted by chain lightning and within close range of previous targets. Close range is up to 30 feet, by the way.
I know.
Right in Daggerheart.
Mm-hmm.
They will also make a reaction roll and take the 2d8 damage. So it's all the ones within close range of me.
Okay, does it chain on a failure? Or does it chain on a successful reaction roll? Or does it chain no matter what?
It doesn't really say that the chaining part, I mean, it's called chain lightning, so it doesn't say that the chaining part necessarily is dependent on a success.
Let me.
Though I can't imagine a fish is going to succeed on that roll. But, it might. It's maybe special fish.
Let's take a look at the card real fast. Mark 2 stress to make a spellcast roll, unleashing lightning on all targets within close range. Okay, I see how this works.
So I make a spellcast roll, and then yours.
So the way this works is, so you make a spellcast roll, and every creature that fails the reaction roll chains the spell, because they only take damage if they fail.
I see.
So I need a way to efficiently
Roll
manage
for 100
this.
fish.
So what I'm going to do is, one second, let's call it 1, 2, I'm going to say there are 3 schools of fish, really, between you guys and Vercool. Acceptable? I'm
Okay.
going to roll 3 reaction rolls with fish stats.
Okay.
If they all fail, you reach the enemy party with the chain lightning. Is that acceptable?
That's fair.
Okay. Then make your spellcast roll.
And they have to beat the spellcast roll with a reaction roll. Is that what the deal is?
Reaction
how that
roll. Yep,
works?
that is how it works.
Okay.
So if
Well-
you could, boosting your spellcast roll is not beneficial, or is beneficial.
Well, Matthew, I've
Don't
got
call
2
me that.
6s.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Okay.
Well, like
That's
Um,
a tie.
That's a tie.
That's like kissing your sister, but no. That is a crit.
Hey, you know my
so-
sister. That's weird.
I don't really. We played
Mhm.
one game together.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I need you to do is roll me damage. Because
Okay.
I'm not going to roll reaction rolls anymore. You just crit. All those schools of fish are getting charred the hell up.
Okay. Including the baddies. So it's 2d8.
So they'll have to roll, or
Okay.
I guess no, they don't have to roll. They're going to fail. Do
Yeah.
the damage.
Okay. So it's 2d8 plus 4. So that's not bad. 8 and 3 is 11 plus the
2D
16 from the full
Mhm.
crit damage.
Mhm.
So that's 27
Plus 4?
plus 4 is
31.
31 damage.
Okay. So I'm going to roll. If any of them crit their reaction roll, they will save.
Okay. Sure.
So I will start with. Sorry, just get the stuff up. Knight Alfred.
Oh, I need to mark 2 stress.
Failure. Failure. Archers now. Failure. And Vercool. Nope. All right, that is failures across the board there. So that is how much damage? 31?
31.
Okay.
Mhm.
That is excellent. That is major damage on the archers, as well as
Major
the
damage.
every time, as well as the knights, and Vercool as well. The scent of cooked fish bubbles up from the water. And for anybody who might be asking at home or even just at our table whether or not shooting chain lightning into the water that you're all standing in is a wise decision, the answer obviously is no. But
Magic.
this is magic. And therefore, we do in fact manage to not have any of those nasty self-electrocution reasons. Yeah, that was an excellent opener, Keffel. Party, what else you got for me?
Fireball. That is always the first reaction, especially at this distance.
I'm just gonna start running.
I'm also going to move forward a little bit, but
Yeah, so the group is also moving forward. I'm gonna just give you guys a bit of a Vercool and his people are also trying to close this gap.
I mean, Fireball is very far range in this
Mhm.
game, so
I know.
Yeah. I'm going to target that the back right archer.
Okay. That's Io. Oh, can you guys not see the nameplates?
We
Interesting.
cannot see names, by the way. I can see nameplates from my
How-
character.
How do I do? Problems for later. Backward archer it is. Go ahead. So this is a spellcast roll followed by reaction rolls, yeah?
Yes. 15 plus 7. 22.
With.
Hope. Sorry.
Okay. And the reaction is.
13.
Okay.
It's a pretty easy one.
So I'll start with the knights. Left.
It's very short range. If they're not touching, they're not getting hit by the AoE.
Oh, so. Wait, so it's just IO you're hitting? The
Yeah.
Archer? Okay.
We've made it like a 10 radius, so 2 boxes, but I think this is too far even. Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, maybe the front knight, you could consider it.
Okay. The front knight succeeded on its save. The archer does not.
Okay.
So what's the damage?
I'm going to roll this right now.
Okay. This is half on this success, right?
Right. Oh, 66.
Okay. That is going to wipe our archer off the board.
Nice.
I don't need the math for that, but the knight is just scorched. Anything else
Okay.
sorry, spotlight's still on the party.
I'm gonna swap a domain card.
Okay. Spending stress, swapping cards.
It's actually 0 stress, so that is nice.
I'm just gonna
It's
keep
relaxing as Valame looks at dead fish.
They're going to keep coming towards you, Harl. You getting there? Just hanging out in the dead fish.
I don't have any range attack, so until I get there, I'm just gonna keep running.
Yeah, you're pretty close at this point, like I said. But
Then I will do a Dark Army
okay,
attempt.
what's that do?
So it's a spellcast roll.
Mhm.
That's when I can summon a group of fiends that surround and move with me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the thing froze up and I was like, 17 with hope. And I needed a 14, so
Okay.
that is
then-
good. So I will have 8 tokens on a card.
Okay.
I can spend a token to increase damage or reduce damage taken. And these fiends will look like dead fish.
Okay. Fiendish dead fish swarm around Valane as she wades through the water. As they kind of ghostly swim and splash around her, kind of moving around protectively, aggressively, eyes toward the enemies. Anything else for Valane?
Where am I on the map? Let's see. I will move forward with my fish army.
Okay. Do you want me to move you or?
I have moved.
Remember, guys, every action you do is accompanied by a free movement of up to close range.
About 30 feet, right?
Yes, correct. You can go further than that, but there will be an agility roll to test that. All right.
You know what? Can I do that?
Sure.
is-
Yeah, we never do this. Let's do
Yeah?
it.
Okay.
Give me how far you want to go.
I want to get to Harl.
Okay, yeah.
So that's 27.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and give me an agility ability roll.
I did this last session. It worked out fine.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, to get to the angel.
Oh, that's right. You rolled very high. That is what happened. I remember. I think.
He had a 7 with fear.
Did he? Wow. I don't remember that at all. Okay.
No, I did.
Oh, you did a 7 with fear. Cool. Yeah. So you end up tripping along the way. I'm gonna say you make it about halfway. Your dead fish kind of
Not a
splash
good
around
swimmer.
in the water around you as you kind of take a moment to collect yourself. But you are more embarrassed than harmed. Spotlight's still on the party.
Glass is not very hydrodynamically designed.
Particularly not cracked glass.
All right, can I close the distance to the guy on the left?
Yeah, you're close enough.
Okay. Then I'm gonna mark a stress to rage
Yeah.
and swing away.
I thought you said swim away, and I was like, that's a weird sequence of events.
I'm just gonna
20
angrily swim away.
24 with hope.
Sure hits.
60 damage.
Yeah, you take this skeleton's head right off of its armor, and it just kind of collapses to the ground. Well done.
Do I have enough movement to make it to the archer? I'm just trying to clear out the trash.
Not quite all the way. I'd say you used most of it getting there. You could probably get like halfway there.
Okay, it's fine.
Unless you want to try for
Behind you, I'm yelling, Harl, Harl,
Lana just splashed in the
trying
water.
desperately to catch up.
A beacon of Catal's light
It
behind
keeps
you.
sinking because you're made of glass. Maybe that's what it is. You're hopping out of the water to try to travel.
Just dolphining her way over. All right. I'm going to take a moment to respond to that. Spend a fear to spotlight. Spend 2 fear to spotlight both of my trash, as they were called. Archer Gerald here is going to take a shot at Harl with a relatively close range attack. That is a. What is that? Sorry. What's the modifier? There's a 14 to hit. Harl.
Yep.
Okay, that is. I need to better organize my dice before we do things. It's 24 points of physical damage as a fleshing and an arrow shaft just suddenly appears out of your shoulder as you just kind of rock back a half step as it hits you. Meanwhile, my night boy is going to
Use my thick skin, by the way.
take half damage. Okay.
No, to take no damage.
Oh, even better. Cool. Take your stress. That's fine. Valane, our night boy, is coming your way and comes swinging his sword.
Then I shall draining bane at him.
What does that do?
I spend 2 favor to temporarily drain him.
What is
You
favor?
must mark a stress. I can clear a stress. It's the warlock currency.
Mhm.
I'm maxed on it right now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, or not quite. I have 5.
Gotcha.
So I spend 2.
Mm-hmm.
A drained creature uses a D12 instead of D20 for attack rolls. And yeah, it's temporary condition.
Gotcha. Okay. D12. Oh, I think you're good. That is a 7
Gosh,
to
if
hit
only
now.
we had a domain card up.
Gosh, if only. No, that's good. So Knight Carl comes swinging in with his sword, and Valane just taps into the power of Catal. Green light flares. That seems like it blinds him, but really it makes him see things that aren't properly there, and he swings high at where he thinks Valane is and just misses entirely. Spotlight back to the party.
Okay. Well, I'm going to step up here around this neighborhood. And then I'm going to kind of hold my head to my hand for a second and then just kind of reach down and magically try and pick up a dead fish.
Okay.
with my mind.
Okay. Is there a
Uh,
spell cast roll for that?
There is. Will a 18 with hope pick up a dead fish
Yes, I
using the
believe it
magic
will.
power of my mind? Okay.
Mhm.
I would then like to hurl that same dead fish at the knight that is attacking Villane.
Okay.
That will also require a spellcast roll.
Yep.
Yeah, so you should have given us a different map. Oh, it's gonna be really bad though. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, no, it's gonna miss. That's an 8 with hope.
Villana, you feel a dead fish smack into the back of your hand. It doesn't hurt. There's just a dead fish that
Oh,
has kind of splattered against the back of your
Sorry.
glass stone.
sorry.
I think it's one of my dark army fishes. I'm very confused. Can't usually feel them as though they're really there.
Fish just slides down the back of Villani's glass body. Spotlight's still on the party. Or what was that roll with there? The second roll?
It was with hope. No.
I'm going to give Matt a turn.
Okay, I will.
Oh, you go ahead.
What? I don't want you to give him a turn.
You can go first then.
Can I go?
Yep.
Okay. Don't give him a turn. What are you doing? I will siphon at this dude as I, shoo away a dead fish.
Okay. Villani just kind of peels dead fish off of her back and starts to suck this man's soul, well, this skeleton's soul out of his bones.
Yes, his bone meat.
I could have phrased that better.
22 with hope.
Yeah,
I
that'll
don't
hit.
know that I could have. I tried in my brain.
I didn't try. That's the point. Yeah, go
Ah.
ahead. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, rolling damage. It's going to be 43 magic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to Dire Strike with it.
What does Dire
So
Strike
I
do
will
again?
spend 2 hope to leech power.
Okay.
Each hit point, my target marks, GM loses a fear.
How much damage was it again? 60 something you said?
43.
43.
But if you'd like to do 60 something, we
That
can.
is 2 fear as he marks 2 hit points and starts to look pretty bad. He has been scarred by lightning, by fire, and now by entropy, to a lack of a better concept, from Villane, and is barely holding on, but he is still holding on. Spotlight's still on the party. I lied. I'm going to spend a fear. It's Verkul's time. Verkul.
Do the thing I was going to
Oh,
do
I'm
first?
sorry. That's right. You were on deck. Go ahead.
I was going to give you the turn anyway because
That's
I've been
fine.
wanting to use this card for so long.
Okay.
I am going to mark Verkul with Sigil of Retribution.
Okay.
Mark an adversary within close range with Sigil of Retribution. The GM gains a fear. When the marked adversary deals damage to you or your allies, place a d8 on this card. You can hold a number of d8s equal to your level. When you successfully attack the marked enemy, roll a dice on this card and add it to your damage roll. Then clear the dice. So you can basically use as many dice as you want.
Cool.
So, and this lasts until the adversary is defeated, or I cast Sigil of Retribution again.
Nice. He is marked. Just remember what that means for now, please. Is that all?
Now I'm going to take a step back.
I wonder if that'll help. I'm going to now spend that fear to spotlight Verkul.
Lean away.
He is going to kind of crouch down to one where he's has one knee down on the ground, the other leg kind of standing up straight, and he brings one hand to the ground, and then he leaps. And as he does, a pair of golden wings spreads out from his back underneath his cloak, and he makes a beeline for Giles. You were my target before the spell. It's just now, why not? And as he does so, you see the red heat of his breath begin to glow in his mouth. But he grins, and instead of breathing at you, he breathes at his sword, lighting the length of it on fire. You can see the golden metal gleaming underneath the flames. And as he comes barreling at you with the flaming sword, he swings, aiming for your midsection. I'm gonna bet you don't get hit by that, but 1 second. It's an 11 to hit.
Nope. I'm going to like put my hand out and like kind of deflect it with a bit of magical push.
Sure. So Giles sees the blow coming and still kind of wielding some of the magic he had just used to mark Vercool. He takes the magical guarded hand and smacks the blade wide. Vercool roars in a mix of frustration and honestly joy. You see in his eyes that they are lit up, and he is smiling as you knock the blade away, and he comes to stand knee deep in the water before you, and he just gives you a slight nod. Spotlight back to the party.
I'm going to take my staff, and I'm going to go from its position in my back, going to undo it, and then try and come down and hit the back of his knee.
Okay.
He being Vercool.
Okay.
So that is just a normal roll. Do good, do good, do good. Okay, 18 plus 5 is 23 with hope.
Okay, that hits.
Is that right? 18,
Yeah.
5, 23, yes.
So you're coming in and sweeping out his leg.
I am.
Roll the damage.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, I would have had to move up to do it. But... So there we go. That is 5d8. It's this many. Okay, 16 and 6, 22, 24, 25, plus 12 is 37. So it's 37 damage.
Okay.
And then I am also going to mark a stress and hit an additional target within range.
Okay.
And I'm going to also hit the knight guy for the same, I'm going to say 37.
37 points of damage. All right. So you come out and you take Vercool's leg and you feel it kind of sweep out from underneath him. You can tell you've rocked his balance, but he just kind of lets out a and flaps his wings and kind of treads air, for lack of a better term. But he looks at you. Nice one. Night Curl, meanwhile, falls down, cracks his skull against the underwater rock where you see it shatter, and he does not come back up. I think, Harl, what are you doing right now?
Just trying to finish off this archer so I can run again.
I bet.
I think I can get to him and then basically back to where I was if I kill him in one round. So I'm just going to try that.
Okay.
Crit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh.
You say waste, but this guy actually hasn't been hurt that much, so that might be helpful.
83 damage.
Helpful, as I said. How are you swinging?
I'm just going to try to smash. I mean, he's a skeleton, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just going to overhead smash him.
Perfect. So no respect for the skeleton archer, just coming over the top and turning it into a pile of bone dust as the hammer comes swinging down. Vercool looks back and, well, I probably shouldn't have spent 500 years training them. Goodness.
They were trained?
You should have seen them before.
How did they get here?
They came through the well, of course.
Ah.
Couldn't make out a word they were saying. Something, Katal something. Whatever, they helped. They're gone now, though. Just you against me, as it should be.
I'm
Can
going
I sprint?
Oh.
You can. Make your
hold
roll.
hold back 1 second, Josh, if you want. Unless you're
Well,
already going.
He's
you're
finishing
doing,
his.
Yeah,
he's
you're
finishing his
yours.
spotlight. Go ahead and make
Damn
the
it.
agility roll.
Yeah, you never know. I might roll shitty. 19 with fear.
Fear. I'll take the fear, and you will take the distance. You make it to Vercool.
Damn it.
Power push and make him run again.
Yeah, I was going to power push
Yeah.
him right to Harl.
Now you can still do that.
Take us both away.
That said, it is my turn now because there was a fear. So Vercool is going to just kind of grin and start to, similar to the demon from outside, but with a lot less just sheer anger and more just passion. He raw, and as he does so, a wave of heat and steam comes off of him, and you can see his armor is like glowing red hot now, and the water around his feet is completely obliterated. There are a couple of dead fish sitting at the ground now, dry around him, but the water is being held back by the sheer heat of the man. Let me make a spellcast roll, or an ability roll, whatever we call this. That is 21 to hit. That is not a ton. 1 second.
We'll be the judge of that.
$21 points of magical damage as the heat washes over you. Spotlight back to you guys.
And it's a meets or beat for the damage threshold, yes?
Yeah, correct.
I'm going to take an armor too.
Sorry, how much damage did he do?
21.
Was that on everyone?
Yes. You're all in range of this.
Okay.
If it meets, that's a bad.
Yes, if it meets, it goes up to the next threshold. Meets it, beats it. As the heat...
Oh, it goes to the next threshold?
Correct. Right. So if your threshold is 21, then it's 21. Then that threshold is met.
So I mark 2?
Yes.
Or an armor.
Or an armor.
Oh, thank you. Always forget I have armor.
Vercool
Yeah.
kind of smiles at all of you. Things are heating up now, didn't you say?
I would tend to agree, unfortunately.
Spotlight back to you guys, of course.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're in a little close, but see if you can understand this one, and I'll start kind of tracing sigils. It's kind of a dark red in the air. I'm just gonna go, and they're gonna sort of just morph into some nonsense. I'm just gonna kind of send them off at the guy.
Oh, I've never
Okay.
been much of one for magic.
Well, no. But you get a fear on that epic failure.
What was the roll?
Oh.
It was 4, so that would be technically 9 with fear.
Vercool watches as the Khavalor tries to corral the magic and bring it down on him. But if we're being honest here, this close to the well, magic starts to feel different. It starts to feel like you're trying to maneuver in molasses. Like there's just so much rushing by you. It's like if you ever have stood facing a strong wind and tried to take a deep breath as the air is literally being pulled away from your face, the magic swirls about you and you just can't quite get the same grip as you usually would have on it. And Vercool smiles as he sees it, and maybe you weren't either. And in response, he comes swinging at you, sword first. Sword first, obviously. That, however, is a 10 to hit. So you get
Does not hit.
You manage to deflect the flaming blade. Spotlight back to the party.
I will blighting strike.
Okay.
Baby. Is that okay? Is everyone good with that?
Go for it.
What does
Yes,
that
yes.
do?
Okay. You take damage, and then it reduces your damage if it succeeds.
Okay.
But a spell cast roll, okay. See, that's a 19 with fear.
Okay. Fear
And
for
if I
me.
succeed with fear, the target instead takes d10 plus 1 using my proficiency. So
Okay.
5d10 plus 1.
What would it have been if you hadn't succeeded with fear?
D6s.
Oh, okay. Neat. I like warlocks in this.
So 28 magic damage. I'm going to use my Dark Army to add 1d8 to that.
Okay.
That's a 7. That was 28 plus 7. That's some basic math I can't do. I can't do it, you guys.
35.
That sounds right.
Who knows, really?
Yeah. Like anyone can even know this.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Womba is net alarm confirmed.
Sorry, so that was
But
35
yeah, okay,
points
so
of damage. Is that right?
yes. And then the next time you deal damage to an ally, it is reduced by half.
Cool. Damage. Okay, good stuff. Your cool is now starting to look a little rough around the edges. The armor is starting to lose a bit of its gleam. The heat flickering off of him seems not less intense, but less controlled. I'm gonna spend a fear. I'm gonna spend 2 fear.
Do you need to?
Yes. Vercool moves back, jumping up into the air. Harl, I think you've got an attack of opportunity option here.
I'm sorry, I get an opportunity attack?
I think so. I'm asking. That's your ability.
Yes, I do.
It-
So it says make a reaction roll using a trait of my choice against their difficulty. I don't really know what that means.
difficulty is just their AC, sorry, as far as you're concerned.
Oh,
Trait
so-
of your choice. I mean, I assume it's just your attack trait. So strength.
Strength, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
23.
That'll hit. No hope or fear. It's a reaction roll. We're good. 23 hits. Roll your damage.
69.
Ooh,
Nice.
very nice. That is severe damage to Verpool as he flies away, grinning.
I'd like
Sorry. Yeah.
I'd like to mention too that Harl's like getting into it now. Like before, he was just like another fight. Now he's like sweat dripping from the steam that's created in here, and he's got like this wicked grin on his face. Gotcha that time.
And Vercool is just grinning right back. Ha! You did. How about this? And he crouches down and he breathes fire on the group.
Oh no.
1 second.
Perhaps we should not have angered him.
I need agility reaction rolls.
From everyone?
Everyone.
23 with fear.
Oh, but I'm so good at this.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a
Swimming.
8.
Did we get any bonus from diving into the water?
Oh,
Is this counterspellable?
Do you remember what happened when he flared hot with the water around him?
yes.
Gotta be better
Water
than
baby.
getting in
Which
the fire,
time?
though.
If you want to try,
Is
you
this
can
a magical effect?
try. No, this is an ability. He is breathing fire
Okay.
naturally.
Okay.
It's
21.
natural.
Okay, so I think Harl and Giles at least are succeeding. Anybody else?
Not unless an 8
I
beats
had
it,
an 8.
which would be wonderful.
Yeah, the 8s do not have it.
You don't know?
So
I should
Harl
put my vote.
and Giles, you do in fact, I guess, get in the water or something because you managed to, in the at the last moment here, get out of the way and avoid the repercussions here. The same cannot be said for your companions.
It was Keffel's fault.
Well, may have distracted you with my just presence and being.
Take 24
Yes,
points.
Valane thought she could like hide behind you, but instead
Oh.
you like fell. So, you know.
Right.
You each take 24 points of physical damage.
Okay. I
And
feel like there's an and. Yeah, that's not good.
you each mark 2 stress. And
Even the success.
I'm gonna do an armor.
no, you guys are good. The successes are
Okay.
good. Sorry, 1 second. The successes do take half damage. I lied. So you're taking, let's call it 11 damage on the successes.
And 1 stress.
And 1 stress, yes, correct.
Thank you, Mullet. Appreciate you.
He's not wrong. It's literally the ability.
You're welcome.
You stress me out, dude.
I know.
So it's 2 stress to those who fail, plus 21 damage. And for the successes, you get 11 damage and 1 stress. But the people who failed have 1 more issue. You are vulnerable until you clear a stress.
Okay.
Like emotionally.
No.
Well, I was about to tell you how I feel.
Um,
I'm glad.
Tell Valani.
Would you
she'll
like
suck it
to?
up.
I'd like to hear. How do you feel, Mullet?
Yes,
I,
let it telepathically.
well, no,
leak
you
to
said I'm not
Valane.
emotionally vulnerable, so I don't have to.
Okay.
Get to bottle that up. and
I'm
keep
gonna
it
use
down.
Dark Ages.
Shove it down
Okay.
the brown.
Once per long rest, when you would mark any number of hit points, you can spend a favor instead.
Oh, okay. Cool. So no damage. You're just getting stressed and vulnerable.
Yes.
Okay. Very cool.
I was going to use a. Is it our turn?
Yeah, I'm done.
I was going to use a big damaging attack, but because he's so hot right now,
Yeah, he is.
you should cool down a little bit. And I'm going to throw, summon a big ass ice spike out of the water.
You're gonna put me in the cooler.
Okay, so that's a success to summon the ice spike. And it's spellcast roll 12. And then
With?
I'm going to.
Spellcast rolls or ability rolls? What are with?
But no, spellcast rolls are a spellcast modifier, right?
Yeah,
What?
with hope or fear.
You're still rolling a duality dice. It's a
Oh yeah, no, it was with hope. Sorry,
Thank you.
14, 21. Sorry, 14 plus. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to throw it at him. It's not very big, but I want to throw a big
How you
ice
use
ball.
it. I've been assured
Throw
it's
a
how
big
you
ice
use it.
spike at him. I have to make a spellcast roll against the target's difficulty,
Yep,
whatever
make your
that
roll.
is. Ooh.
Did he have half damage from the thing? The blighting strike?
Oh, the boss, right?
What does that do again?
Reduces. Next time target deals damage to an ally, it's reduced by half. I'm not sure how that would work because he did like a big AoE.
Right.
thing,
Yeah, that's
so-
what I'm trying to think of. I don't know the answer. I'm not going to spend time looking up the answer. But my answer for today will be that people who failed, Valade and Kefal, you can take back health, I guess, or armor if you would have. You can take 10 less damage. That's what I'm saying. So, however, you need to retcon that.
And half the stress.
No.
Okay.
Are you stressed?
Oh yeah. Well, just
Noted.
in general,
22 with hope though, and I get a hope from strange patterns. Oh no, I clear stress instead.
Was that to hit with the?
That's to hit with a spike against the difficulty thing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage as the spike flies into Vercool. He says, "Chill out! Ha ha! I get it!" As the ice carries him back several feet.
How do I add dice? Ugh.
This is why I'm just rolling in person.
Yeah. 6 and going to add d8. Oh, yuck. 30. 31. Wait, what? Yeah, 30 and I rolled a 1 on the d8. So, you know.
Good hit. Major
Min.
damage.
What was it?
Major damage. Anything else?
I'm sad about the 1 on the... But yeah. That is... it.
Spotlight's still on the party.
Can we combo attack? I ask
Yeah. Yeah.
because Harl,
Mhm.
how would you like to get to the boss very quickly?
Sure.
So keep in mind he is a willing participant in this. I'm going to fingers to head and then look at Harl and try and lift him telepathically.
Can I do one thing before you do it? My battle
Sure.
ritual before
Yeah.
attempting something incredibly dangerous.
Okay.
I'm gonna like just take a second to restrap my gauntlets and tighten my headband for my battle ritual. I clear 2 stress and gain 2 hope.
Oh, nice.
Use that once per long rest. Seems like a good time. Okay,
Well,
now I'm ready.
Picking Harl up with a 9 and 7 is 16, plus 5 is 21 with hope.
Do I have to roll against that, or am I willing?
I don't know. I imagine it's probably your evasion, but
Oh,
It's
I
a-
imagine that probably
it-
also wins.
It's enough.
Okay. And then I'm going to say, Harl, you can trust me on this. Can add my experience if I give him a you can trust me.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Spend your hope.
We're going to launch him at the... we're going to launch him at the guy. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes. Well, I mean, almost yes, but still yes. 17. And then 5 is 22 with fear. But...
Miss-
Oh, actually, it's going to be 24 with fear because of the experience.
I'm gonna swing my
You
hammer
threw
and
him better
throw
than
it
the
out in
fish
front of me
earlier.
like Thor, riding the
Mhm.
hammer.
Go ahead and add a d6 advantage to your attack here, Harl. I don't know what the exact mechanism for doing this is, by the way, guys, but I'd like you both to spend a hope to activate it.
Sure.
So I
I
get
think
advantage.
I'm undercharging slightly, but that's fine. Yeah, swing with advantage. You'll also get a damage boost.
And I roll 5d12.
Is that the damage for your attack?
That's the damage for my attack. Harl doesn't take any of it. The object being thrown for some reason doesn't take any.
We'll see about that. But go
with
ahead and
the
roll your
spell.
damage.
I rolled 2 4s. That's a crit, right?
That is a crit.
9, 18,
tie.
20,
Is it a tag team roll? Is that what you guys are doing?
28.
Essentially, yeah.
32, and I'm going to double. No, I can't afford the stress. No, 32.
Okay. Harl, roll your damage. Your crit damage.
90.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So Harl, you're taking, I'm just gonna say 1 damage out of this. You're not coming out unscathed, but you are dealing quite a bit. Some might say, those of us who are, technical about things or mathematical about things, some might say you're dealing enough damage. How do you want to do it? I'll let you both tag team this.
Ooh.
I don't want to kill him. If that's even possible, I don't want to kill him.
I'll assuage your fear. He doesn't look like he's close to death. He just looks like he's beat up.
Okay.
Well, I will have lifted
In that
Harl into
case-
the air, and then just kind of given him the, all right, like we're doing this, and then basically flung him telekinetically towards the
Yeah.
boss.
I think Harl just like swings his hammer in front of him like Thor. Like when Thor flies with the hammer out in front. Kind of like that.
Keffel and Harl deliver a magically assisted hammer blow directly to Verkul's chest. Keffel lining up the shot, Harl prepping every muscle in his body to line up into it, and Keffel flings him forward. Harl flies headfirst, hammer coming from beneath his feet to up and forward, and it's just as he reaches Verkul, all that momentum and all that swinging power comes up as the hammer hits directly into Verkul's chest, shattering his breastplate, leaving him armored still at the below the waist and on the arms, but leaving open just a bare chest that is now heavily bruised as the hammer kind of comes in on it and sends him flying back. And as you do so, you see this look in Verkul's eyes of just utter shock as the dwarf comes flying into him, and a smile. And he just kind of closes his eyes and flies backwards, the full force of the hit, flinging him back into the wall behind, where he collapses, slides down into the water, and lands on one knee. And as he does so, he takes his flaming great sword and dips it in the water next to him, steam pouring up as he quenches the flame, as he slides it back onto his back. And he yells back at all of you as he kind of stands up and stretches and winces as he tries to move his arms, and the muscles on his chest don't really want to cooperate. Well, that was quite the battle.
I clap him on the back real hard.
Oh,
Hell of a battle. Fisticuffs indeed.
that was worth the wait. Harl, was it? They should
Aye.
call you hard. Oh, good lord. That hurt. Congratulations, you have succeeded in passing my test. Sure still didn't insist I have one, really. I just thought I should. Thank you for showing me that I was right.
Harl, you good?
Yeah. Yep.
As he stands
You
up,
saw that,
Verkul,
right? That was. Did you see? That was great, wasn't it?
It was impressive. Flying a
I
Harl.
know. Yeah, it was like right. I mean, the aim. Oh, the precise aim was fantastic.
I mean,
It launched him right into the. I mean, it's
you know what?
right between the
I'll
numbers.
give you credit for the idea. I'll give you credit for the broad direction, but the aim, let's not push it here.
Harl could have gone anywhere, and he went right where he
I
was
kind of
supposed
looked back at that questioningly, but I shook it off. I could have gone anywhere.
You said trust me.
to. Well, I mean,
It was
Harl will
all
remember
right.
this.
Like
a lesser sorcerer could have sent you anywhere.
8 out of 10 on the idea, 5 out of 10 on the aim,
Well,
maybe 6. Harl had to
Mhm.
extend his, axe, a little bit much.
fine.
But the combo gets a 9 for like Harl's
did
like
the
nice acrobatics at the end.
Harl is always a 10.
as you finish
Clearly
your-
not a Russian judge here.
as the conversation lulls, Verkul stands
Is
up,
there a low?
still wincing. It lulls, and he reaches down with his left hand, and you see the heat that he's been wielding in battle now calmer, gentler, controlled, as he kind of closes his eyes, and you see the heat reach out from his hand into the water, and you feel the water around your feet warm up for a moment, and then before it even has a chance to be painful, there's a surge of light and a whoomph from Verkul's hand, and the water all around you and the fish bodies as well dissipate. Steam and
Dinner.
vaporized fish waft past you. And Verkul takes a deep breath and breathes and pushes all that away back up the stairs into the tunnel up toward Sarl, apparently.
We didn't need to be walking around in water now. You've proved worthy. Welcome to my home.
Thank you.
Verkul of the Golden Company at your service.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Golden Company?
It's what I call me in Jersul's group. Unofficial.
I see.
He thought names for groups were dumb. I disagreed.
What did the other people in the group think?
It was mixed. Kyrie liked it.
What about the what was her name? The nurse, the nanny of Jorsul?
Who?
What?
What?
The person who's on the first door, wasn't she like Jorsul's nanny or something?
Salahasla?
Talanessa knew us when we were young. It's true. Nurse is a bit of a stretch. But
Nanny?
no. We are older than all of our companions at the end of the day.
Oh, I see.
Jersul a bit
Certainly
older
now they're
still.
all doors. They didn't make it.
But they're still alive. You can go talk to them. I haven't,
I
but I'm
mean-
sure somebody could if they wanted to.
I had plenty of conversations with people I'm not quite convinced are alive.
Fair enough. Nonetheless,
Oh, yes.
what was the question?
Though we don't have one. Where's the wellspring?
Behind me.
He points to the opening in the wall behind him that leads into a glowing kind of area.
It's right there.
Mhm.
You can feel it, can't you? I saw it when you were trying to work your magic.
Yeah, just kind of gonna try and do it in the air again. Just kind of,
Takes some
Whoa.
getting used to.
yeah.
It's a lot to handle especially for a mortal.
So you are not immortal.
It's debatable. Not by me.
Jorsul
I
is
couldn't
also
be
not
bothered.
immortal.
Well, we're not invincible. We can die. You could
How?
have
How
theoretically
precisely?
killed me today. We'd have to have gone for another few hours, probably.
How would one kill one of your kind?
Excessive force, generally speaking.
Hmm. What about stealthily? Is there a way to do it maybe quietly without?
Stealthily with excessive force.
Hmm. I see.
We're very hardy.
So Jorsul, I mean, when you say brother, you don't
Older
mean that in
brother.
a we're very close friends.
No,
kind
I
of way.
mean
You
we
he's-
shared the same parents. Oh, parent. We only knew our mother. That's not
So Jorsul
abnormal.
is like you then.
A dragon? Yes, I imagine so.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Is that? Did you not know that?
I don't think he advertises. No.
Well, that's unacceptable. I'm going to have
Immortal
to have a word with
Emperor
him about
is
that.
one thing, but
He could be an immortal dragon emperor. That's better.
well,
I knew.
Ah, good.
Katal told me.
Did he now?
And I glow.
You glow or your armor glows?
I glow because Keffel's armor will know that I'm lying. Our own armor doesn't glow when we lie. That would be silly.
That's
That's very true.
Is that true, actually?
Correct. When other people around you
I
fly.
see. That's fair. That would be a pretty big handicap otherwise. But nonetheless, I assume you want to, I don't know, ritual it up, do some magic, wave your hands about.
Do you know what the ritual does?
Yeah.
Closing the well, yes, of course.
Mhm.
I
And
won't have
that-
any replacement friends for my skeleton buddies here, and he just kind of looks at the piles of dust where they used to stand. But they weren't great conversationalists anyway.
Mhm.
Is that not a problem for you?
Why would it be a problem for me?
No magic?
I like swords. I like fistfights.
Hmm.
Magic is for people who don't want to put the effort in.
Whoa.
I
Harl's
mean,
just
that's
nodding.
a little harsh there. I mean, I think magic just threw a dwarf at your chest.
Certainly.
Saying.
And I assume you practiced for quite some time to learn how to do that. Once. I work out every day to keep this temple together.
Well, look, lack of natural talent is not, what we're talking about right now. You don't have to practice if you're really good at something. Or something like that. But,
You shouldn't say that in
We're-
front of Jorsey. He'll take it wrong.
I've got quite a bit to say in front of Jorsey when we see him.
He'll appreciate it. He always liked when people called him on his shit.
Well, he's going to love me then. Now, this ritual that we're about to do, you don't know much about magic, or you just don't enjoy magic all that much?
I understand the basics, but I've never studied the way Saril of Jorsul did.
Mm-hmm. All right. Giles, let's see that scroll again.
Wait,
Yes.
are you sure you want to read it?
Reading it in these scrolls don't work if you just think it.
I'm playing with a scroll in my
Okay.
hand, thinking,
Are you sure you will understand it?
where
That
is
you
the
are
well,
prepared?
Verkul?
I understand a great many things, little one.
Come with me. I'll show you.
You know that thing when you play
As we
with something
are-
in your hand? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If we're following him, I would
Mhm.
like to try to share the burden with Keffel. Just
Okay.
as we are walking, I could reach my little hand up,
Right.
hold my little hand. If he is willing to transfer his stress over to me instead before he reads the scroll.
Vertical maps are something we need to.
Yes. I will say yes. I will give you some stress.
How much stress?
How much do you want?
How much do you have?
I have 6.
That is a lot of stress. Let's see. I will take 4.
I'll give you 4.
Okay. I will gain 4 stress, and I will take. I can't take 4 hope, but I will take 2 hope.
Okay. And how does this work?
The target describes what intimate knowledge or emotions telepathically leak from their mind in this moment.
And am I aware that you're doing this is the question. Am I aware that this is how it
Yes,
happens?
Well, I don't know, because telepathically leak sounds like it's an accident.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have to be
It's like
willing
peeing your
to
brain pants.
share the burden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Who, me?
Yes.
Peeing your brain pants?
Thank you. Okay.
Well, in this case, I'm Miles Davis.
What?
pee in your pants is cool. I'm Miles Davis.
Yeah, I
Pee
got
in your
that.
brain pants. It's
You're
fine.
good.
You know what? I'm
Billy Madison.
Got it.
You're
I'm
still
caught up.
here.
I'm caught up.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I guess telepathically, then you would hear. What would you hear? You would hear a voice that you have heard before, but not the one I speak with. You'd hear. I'm going to assume that you know that this is happening. Saying, "Well, little one, come back for another peek behind the curtain. That's very kind of you. Maybe one day I'll introduce myself to you." But Keffel's the one that you need right now. And that's it.
I will
As-
say I do not know if there will be time to know you. And I will just pat Keffel's hand.
I'll just kind of give you like a knowing look, like, yeah.
Hey,
Vercool
Giles.
walks ahead of you guys into this area that you can tell looks like it used to be a church. There are broken pews and the sort around you, but where the altar would be, the ground has been cracked and shattered. You see rock reaching up at angles, like it was pushed up out of the ground here. And where the altar used to be is now a plank of concrete that sits out over this gaping chasm. The chasm itself swirls with blue and green and purple lights, a thick mist filling it that reflects the light back in kind of an otherworldly sense. And as you approach, the smell of cinnamon assaults your nose. Vercool walks out and
It's your
waits
favorite.
at the end of the plank and looks at you and...
Welcome to the well. I'm told it's somewhat unique. Mostly, I just think it's pretty.
You know,
And as Giles, especially you and Keffel, as you guys get close, and Volane, and I mean all of you to some extent, as the magic roars out of this well, you can feel it moving past you. Your clothes and like your hair and anything on you that's soft is kind of pushed back, like there's a breeze in the room. Harl, you're untouched by it, but anybody with a connection to magic does feel it. And probably most surprising to you as you come up to Vercool, kind of waiting on the platform, another figure walks out of the shadow and comes up and looks around. And, oh, this is cool. Hey, guys! As Iolantis kind of walks in.
where
You know, we could have used you for the
The
last couple
hell?
of
I told
rooms.
you.
But
have you been?
The angel and the devil? Come on.
Kind of rubs the back of his head.
I said he would be here at the end.
He
I
was in my nomadic pack.
kind of got stuck and some rocks collapsed and I fell a bunch.
Well, are you okay
Hey.
now?
And you got through all the doors.
We are terrible party members.
I woke up in here. Vercool said it was okay if I waited.
It's very cool.
Yes, I didn't know where he came from, but I recognize a true warrior when I see one.
Did you guys arm wrestle a bit?
No, but I
With your
told him
metal
that
arm.
if he's ever done with it, I'd take that metal arm of his, trade him for one of mine.
Okay then. On a more serious note, and I'm going to actually, how easy it is to press the digitate here? Like just kind of playing with the
The
magic.
first couple times, it just kind of like blows up in your hand, but eventually you get the sense that you can handle it. And if anything, you're able to do it more effectively than you have before once you've run through it half a dozen times trying to get a sense of the different construct of the weave here.
So basically, the way I'm visualizing it is my character is like twisting the the scroll in his hand, playing it, and with the other hand just kind of like playing with the magic a little bit, like with the magic in the air, and just drawing when you're distracted and you doodle a little bit or something like that, except you're doing it with the magic and like fireworks, but not as explosive, just drawing shapes in the sky, just completely distracted. I love
I'm gonna-
magic.
I'm gonna walk up
I-
next to you.
I love magic. I love the research. I
Yeah.
love the ability. I also love the people in Jorsul, in the city, in the Empire.
There's no guarantee that this saves them, right?
Let's be honest, we've known for a while that Jorsul was losing the war. They're summoning demons in the middle of the palace, or whatever that thing was, and we know it's not the only place. Do we really think Jorsul is going to win? All the students at the academy are going to survive. How many students that has gone through the halls that I've taught have died recently? Kefal, tell me that.
Quite a few. I've actually got a list in my office.
Maybe the world is better without magic. Maybe this world is better without magic, or with a break of magic. Maybe magic comes back later, and the world is more stable.
Well, they said
I don't
once
know.
it balances out, the well cap would open up again, right?
But I don't like this. I don't like stopping magic. It is
No.
this, and I just like basically render the city, the capital city, in like the sky, just with like the magic light.
Comes to you very easily here. The light reflects up what maybe meant to be a somewhat reasonable sized thing, just takes up the entire space of the well. The city of Kylos, the capital city of Jersul, rotating above the well. And maybe particularly of note to your minds as you look at it are the unnatural spires reaching up in all sorts of directions, the unsupported architecture that is inherently magical in its nature, that you're not sure how it will handle the absence of magic. As you look at this beautiful gem of a city that is standing on the brink of a couple different emergencies.
And I kind of wave it away, and instead, so more to the point, it is this. And I just render like a field of like people, students, soldiers, regular citizens, merchants, like every type of people, just in front. This is really what it is.
Just think
And
of how much dumber they're all going to be if we do this.
Kefal, do you really think intelligence has anything to do with magic?
Well,
That's what I always said. Ha ha!
I think Harl, kind of like sensing your conflict, kind of stands between Giles and Keffel and puts his hands on each of your shoulders, and he says, "Look, magic is part of who you are, your identities, almost. And that's a great sacrifice. But who we are, deep down, we're the people who make these sacrifices. Yes, the world will be different." And as I'm talking, I kind of like move my hands down to their biceps and give them squeezes to feel their feeble strength. And I say,
Besides, I can teach you both how to swing a hammer and an axe better than you could ever cast this bleeding magic.
I don't know about that part, but I will take you up on training. Seems like we'll need it. Come on, Keffel. It's a new adventure, learning something new.
fuck it. I started over before. Can do it again. Why not?
Ooh, what was that?
Oh, hello. Still
I've heard
me.
that voice before.
Just,
I think we're going to have to talk, after this is done, we're going to have to talk a bit, you and me.
man, no need to put on the act right now. We'll be all right. Just gonna get through this. Like I said, I started over before. It's not that bad. Pretty simple, really. Could show you a couple of tips and tricks on how to restart your life, get a new spot, get a new place.
How long have I known you, Keffel?
4, 6 years, maybe.
You're certainly a good actor.
Harl,
Why you think I don't get drunk around you? The accent seems to come out a little bit.
Giles is actually kind of hurt by that, and going to look at Villana instead.
Harl's side-eyeing Villani just to see if she has a secret accent as well.
Well, take the time you need, but we need to move this forward.
I think the decision's made.
Harl.
Yeah.
Will you come here? You lean down.
I lean down on one knee in front of you.
Yeah.
I have to confess a thing to you.
Okay.
We were surprised when Jorsul summoned us. But it was a lie. I was not surprised at all.
Okay.
Catal had told me. Because it is what Catal wants, to close the well.
Well, Villy, you have been and always will be my only link to the gods, so that's what he wants. That's what we're doing.
But I do not know what will happen
That's
once
life.
the magic is gone. Will there be a light to Catal? Will there be a light at all inside Villane?
I don't know. Perhaps that's where your faith in Catal holds you over. I can't answer all the questions.
I'm going to try something that is way out there, and there's no mechanical reason for this. Can I try to enchant Catal's light in Villane?
I
As
don't
a
know
more
what that
permanent-
means.
Instead of channeling it, what Wamba does is ask Catal if Catal is willing to work with that, but inscribe it in instead of channeling it from outside. Have it be as a power source inside.
To localize it from the server.
Basically, if you want to think of it like that, or turn Villane into a small generator instead of a battery.
But while you think of doing that, I would like to share trauma with Harl.
Sure.
So he can mark. Or I will mark 4 hit points, and he can clear 4 hit points.
Giles, I need you to make me a
Just in
knowledge.
case.
I need you to make me a knowledge roll with disadvantage as you attempt to push what you understand about Villane and Catal beyond its limits to do something that's as much intuition as it is anything else.
Disadvantage is minus a d6, right?
Correct, yes.
Has this adventure not given him insight to have advantage?
Not sufficient, no.
A 4 on the disadvantage
We have
roll.
discussed so many things.
Are we ready? That was a 4 on the disadvantage roll.
We are ready.
Oof.
Critical fail.
No. 11 plus 6 is a 17 minus 4. 13.
13.
With hope.
Hope?
Yeah.
With hope. The DC was 14.
Damn it.
You take your time thinking about what you know of Villane and Kital, and you kind of open yourself up to the wave of magic rushing through you, kind of almost letting it guide your hand a bit as you try to, on the fly, essentially come up with a magical circle that could trap some bit of Kital in Villane, some just power, some peace enough to power her, and you start to inscribe it on Villane. Villane, where do you let him do this? If you let him do this, I suppose.
What is he actually doing? Like, what's the physical?
He is
thing
going to
happening?
be inscribing a circle of runes on your person somewhere.
Is my little hand large enough?
Yes, you can. That will be fine. Back or palm.
Yes, she got her tattoos.
Not on the lower back. You sure you
That's
don't
what I
want
was
it on the
thinking.
lower back by any chance?
Could Harl like offer?
Kital refuses to be part of a tramp stamp.
Could Harl offer like a permanent scar if he let like Villane siphon to try to get that DC lower?
It's okay. But so Giles takes the time to carve an intricate series of runes on the back of Villanae's hands. And as he does so, the light of Kital floods the runes, filling them up, almost like a liquid inside of it. And you get the sense that Kital is guiding you to some extent here, Giles, but it's a weak connection and not one you've ever felt before. And as the magic rushes by you, you're certain you've done something, but you're not sure if you did enough. But you
choose an experience. Sorry.
But the green light does flicker somewhat stably through it. You think you've helped.
So, are we going to get to it?
Thank you, Giles.
Hope it helps.
And Harl, I want you to know that it may not be my faith in Kital that gets me through this. It will be my faith in you.
Harl's eyes glisten and he wipes a tear away.
We have faith in each other, and that's what carries us through most things.
I'm going to go to Kefal. Well, Kefal with a strange accent.
Kefla, actually. Changed it to sound a little more official.
Kefla.
But same guy, you know, just different background. Don't worry about it.
How very meta.
Well,
Kefla. Let's do this. I
I'll
open this
follow
scroll?
your lead.
You take the ritual scroll, Kefla, and Giles. You hold it up, and as you do so, and the magic of the well mixes in, suddenly, with intent, you realize that you can read this. It doesn't make sense. It's not a language you understand, but you can make out the syllables, the sounds, and the hand gestures that go with it. You just understand. And so without further ado, Gurkul kind of steps to the side, allowing the two of you to come out to the end of the platform and begin your work, and you begin to chant. At first in unison, but then breaking off from each other, both keeping the same rhythm, but different words coming from your mouth. And as it happens, you look to each other, confusion in your eyes, not really understanding, neither of you truly in control of what's coming out of your mouths as you read directly from the scroll. But you continue to go, and eventually your chant comes back together. Once again, the same sounds coming out of both of you. And as you do so, the volume rises, the pitch increases, and you hear the echo kind of swirling around the room as if it's echoing back at you from point to point to point as the magic pushes the sound of your words, not just around here, but you can tell that anywhere this well reaches, your words reach, and all across the world of Khavalor. The sound of your two voices begin to echo. People all over stop and become even more confused when two other voices join in. Voices that you hear but don't recognize. But they chant in unison with you. And as you continue, the lights in the room flare up. Villane, the light of Katala, is so vivid that it is almost painful to look at you now. And the green light flares out, combating the purple blue of the well. But as the magic of the chant rises, it hits a crescendo. Kefla and Giles stop speaking. One with his left hand out, one with the right. The scroll now burning in the air before you. And you see just this work of magic in the air above the well. A perfect magical circle sitting in the air made up of runes of light and lightning. And it begins to lower ever so slowly down. The magical working is done. And the cap begins to lower down onto the well. And as it does so, the magic begins to rush past you, faster and faster, as the pressure on the well speeds it out past you. You can feel it, but you can no longer access it. It's moving past so quickly. Never before have you been so inundated with the weave and so powerless. And then when the cap is about halfway down and nearly and starts to speed up, you feel a shift. The wind is no longer pushing back against you, but you feel yourself being pulled forward. The winds of magic, somehow knowing what is coming, not wanting to be cut off from their source, are pushing back into the well underneath the cap as it lowers. And each one of you, even Harl now, feels this push. And with that push, a question in your mind. You can't place it. Blondie, not even you recognize the voice. This is not Katal. Will you join us? Will you take up your place? You who have altered the fate of a world. Will you accept the gift that comes with this action? And as the well continues to lower, you all are given a chance to kind of think about that. Let it sit with you. But all of you feel the prompting to answer, one way or the other. Let's start with Giles.
Giles is a bit more thinky. Yes, I know. That is specialized language. What do the voices sound like?
It has no sound, no pitch, there's no way to describe it. The words appear in your mind and you understand them, but it's not something you recognize. All you can tell is that the voice that reaches out to you is powerful. Those words are seared into your mind, and you're having issues focusing on anything but the question before you, even as this act of pure high magic takes place in front of you.
Why?
Because you have earned it. Because every world needs guardians. Because you do not yet understand, but you can.
Do we all need to do it?
No response.
On the word guardian, Charles will make up his mind. It's been his fundamental thing, helping others, having their back. And so he will say yes.
You see Giles's body kind of relax as he comes to a decision. And then the same thought focuses on Kefla.
Well, not much for me here anymore. Might as well take the opportunity to, reap the benefits of the first promotion I've actually earned myself instead of having to steal. Might be a nice bit of fun. I'm in disembodied voice.
Harl.
So Harl reaches into his pocket and pulls out his drawing of his husband Plinton and stares at it as all of this is happening. And he's silent for a moment. And he looks up at Kefla and Giles, who have already made their decision. And
There's a part of me that always wants to protect, to fight for people, to guard people. But I can't. I can't sacrifice the life I have here. There's still good I can do here, especially now that magic is going to leave this world. I can't.
Giles, Kefla, and Harl all seem to relax as they come to terms with the decision one way or the other. Harl, the push into the well seems to diminish a bit as you think these thoughts. But now let's move over to Iolantis, who seems stricken by the same question. You see doubt racking his face, and his eye, and his flesh hand reaches over to his metallic arm. You see him worrying at it, kind of grabbing it in thought. And you see him looking longingly at the well and then back to his arm. And he makes a decision, but he doesn't say anything. Which brings us to our last member, Valane. The question comes to you. And for the first time in a long time, you find that as you ponder it, you cannot feel the touch of Vital on you.
I search for Catal anyway.
You reach into the abyss, into that place where Catal rests, to that place where you've been able to reach them when you needed, and you find that you are drowning. The abyss is bigger, scarier, if not frightening, at least more daunting than you remember, and you cannot find Katal. You see other sources of power. You feel other creatures that exist that are powerful and daunting and maybe helpful, but none of them are Katal.
And not finding Katal, I look at Harl. For any indication on what to do here.
I think he offers you a smile and nods.
Follow your own path. Wherever it leads.
I have never done that.
Then what a wonderful adventure you have in front of you.
I'm not good at swimming.
And neither am I. But you can learn if you trust yourself. Have faith in yourself.
Oh, Harl. You're going to stay with Clinton.
I have to. This
Will
world
you make sure
still
he
needs me.
always has the coffee warm?
We'll leave a cup for you to splash on your face if you ever want to stop by.
The little cracked one?
Mm-hmm. The one that leaks when you pick it up.
I love when it leaks.
Punted complains, but we love it too.
He has to clean up the mess because I just go.
Yep. Don't worry about us. This world still needs me. Without Thal, maybe you need to find your own path.
Okay. I will. And I will try to remove the ring that she sometimes fiddles with, that we started this 5-part one-shot, her fiddling with. Does she take it off? Can she take it off? And she tries to take it off. And this is her, how she used to communicate with Katal in the more physical way, like something in front of her visually to look at.
It slides off.
Harl, for your pack.
I reach out and take it and pat your little glass hand.
And maybe one day I'll fall out of there again.
Maybe. Have fun.
And then I will wave, and I will walk with little tiny clinking steps toward Kefla and Giles.
Diamond just follows you, and Vercool looks at the four of you and at Harl, and he nods.
This is good. This is heroic.
Are
My
you joining us?
My brother chose well.
And with that, he just kind of gives you a grin, walks up to the edge of the platform, turns around, and falls back first into the well.
Maybe I'll see you again.
As he yells and plummets into the well. The rest of you are not given time to be quite so gracious, as the cap, now nearly reaching the surface of the well, begins to settle into place, just little pieces of magic rushing down into the small gaps that exist around the rough hole of the well. And even as you watch, the circle begins to expand to cover everything, to fully solidify over the well, to cap this wellspring. And as it does, as those last pieces of magic are wrapped up, you feel yourself pulled. Not a tug, not a step this time, but pulled. You begin to spaghettify everyone present except for Harl as your body is pulled into these holes around the well. Your fingers and then your arms and then your shoulders pull apart from you. Everybody but Harl. And as you look, Villane still stands normal, but while her glass body is unchanged, the light inside of her is going haywire and extending out. And in the same way that you are being pulled in one thread at a time, Valane's light follows with you. And it all comes up swirling around you as the last motes of magic in Khavalor rush down into the well and bring you with it, before, with a final thud, the cap lands a magical seal over the well, leaving Harl and the largely empty glass body of Villane. The last symbol or sign of who Villane was inscribed on the back of her hand. The light of Catal remains puddled in the rune circle there, and every once in a while you see a shock of green lightning travel from that circle through the body, giving Villane her inner green light just for a moment occasionally. But largely she sits still. Harl, you stand in a world that is now devoid of magic, devoid of your companions for the moment. What do you do?
I think I take off my cloak and put Villani's glass receptacle of a body into it and wrap it up securely and strap her to my back like she used to ride on there. I don't really say anything. Harl's not really one to talk to himself, but I think he just takes one last look at where the dome is and starts to walk out, see what the world is like, I guess.
And there's a lot to see. The world of Khavalor has changed overnight. Magic was ripped out in a way that most applications of magic are not created to withstand. That most side effects of magic are not ready for. The changes are sweeping. They are drastic. I can tell you that Jersul was ready. Before long, he rolled out troops armed not with magic, not with swords and bows, but with rifles. And as he introduced this technology to the world, he started the world on a new path. Not one of magical arms races, but of technological ones. But one that he admittedly had a bit of a head start in. And long story short, the war changed. Jersul Harl, you see, marches across the continent, not conquering everything, but at the end of the day, controlling everything on the continent of Kalos. We'll explore more of this soon. For those who are interested in the world of Khavalor, we will be continuing to play this, not in this time, but about 1,200 years after the events of this mini-series. We will be continuing our main Khavalor campaign. We started it very recently as part of our home game, and we will be bringing it to you as a podcast in the future. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested in what this world is like. And if you want a taste of a new world with more Daggerheart and more of us, Mimic Decision will be back next week with our new campaign setting, the Seer. we'll be doing a lot more audience participation and bringing you guys in for some really critical choices from the beginning and through to the end, I hope. So thank you so much for taking the time to experience this Khavalor origin story with us. I hope we see all of you again, and thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to see you next week.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.